Hello everyone, and welcome to the second Women in Data Science Conference in Tel Aviv. As Talia said, I'm Shir. I'm a data science team leader at Intuit, and we are thrilled to have you all here today with us in this one-of-a-kind event. Who here have been to WiDS last year? Wow, great. Welcome back and welcome newcomers. Thank you all for joining us. You know that each and every one of you was handpicked by us to make sure the highest level discussions are possible here today. So thank you all for joining, and it's amazing you're here. And also thank you for supporting Hostel Naot Aviv for girls in distress. Ticket sales from today all go towards helping this cause. So here, you already did something good today. Thank you very much. So thank you for the 20 amazing speakers who weren't shy and raised their hand to share their work today with us and make this event what it is. Thank you. Yeah, clap. And a special thank you to our keynote speakers who traveled all around the globe to be here with us today. To Hannah Green from Oculus VR or Facebook. To Diane Ehrman-Chang from Intuit, who is on her way to WiDS Bangalore from here after this. And where she is. And to Chae Young Lee, an 18-year-old prodigy from Korea who will deliver an exciting tutorial at the end of this day. So, to start off this conference, I wanted us to play a fun game to get us in the mood. I know everybody would like to be a superhero in some sense. So, what superhero power would you like to have? Would you like to be like Superman who can see through walls? Like Wonder Woman with a super strength? Yeah, think about it. So, I'm here to tell you that no matter what you thought about, if you are here today, you already have a superhero power. The data science superpower, yes. You have the power to understand complex problems and domains, the power to design tailor-made algorithmic solutions, to gather and analyze massive amounts of data, and to write code that turns this data into meaningful and useful insights. In order to master our superpower, we need to be fluent in a various set of tools, as you can see here. Like Spider-Man has its net, we have NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. And as you all know, a month in which you didn't learn something new is a month in which you probably missed something in this field. You have to keep on learning to be the best in what we do. Some people prefer TensorFlow. Some people prefer PyTorch. What is your favorite data science tool? My favorite tool is our professional community. Yes, I know that's maybe a little bit weird, but I believe that the community it's the secret sauce to feed our superpower. That's why I'm doing this conference with Intuit. That's why I started PyData Tel Aviv meetups. And that's why I'm doing an unsupervised podcast with Inbar. So thank you all for being a part of this community and sharing Intuit. I believe that the online and offline conversations we have in our community help us to share our work, learn about other people's work, understand what we're doing right, where we can improve, gain confidence and strength in what we're doing as data scientists, and learn what we need to learn in order to keep being relevant and most updated in this endlessly developing field. So now, after we establish the fact that we all have some kind of a superpower, what do we do with our superpower? The world has accumulated massive amounts of data, and data science is pretty much everywhere right now. The tools and the algorithms we use keeps on getting bigger and better, and at the same time, the influence we have over the world is growing extensively. It is almost like a data tsunami. So here is one example to where this data tsunami might strike. In 2015, Google face recognition algorithm identified a black woman as a gorilla. Maybe you heard about it, maybe you didn't. This seems like a simple mistake, but in fact is incredibly offensive one. You can imagine what would be the implication for that. And in fact, it reflects the fact that most state-of-the-art face recognition algorithms today have significant gaps in accuracy between the majority of white males and different minorities, such as black women. So it's not just a small single problem. It's a real thing going on there. And the reason for that is because how we train this algorithm is based on data set of mostly white males. And how we optimize this algorithm is to get overall accuracy on our entire data set, resulting in a biased algorithm. So how can we handle that? How can we tackle this issue? The first thing, we need to make sure our data sets have enough representation of different minorities, such as black women. And also, we need to start optimizing our algorithm not on overall average accuracy, but to make sure that the accuracy is similar on subpopulation and minorities. Resulting in this example, we can see that we have to start thinking beyond the average accuracy of our algorithm and start thinking about the impact it has over the population. Another interesting example to where the data tsunami might strike is the example of word embeddings. Did you know that if you would search in Google for computer science Stanford PhD CV, you will get the CVs of males before CVs of females? The reason for that is that computer science was historically identified with males, resulting in that the vector representation of computer science is closer to the vector representation of male, thus leading that Google will give priority to male results. So again, an innocent algorithm creates discrimination of an entire population. Hila would talk about gender bias in board embeddings in our talk soon, and then we will hear how we can solve this problem in different manners. But again, these two examples show us we have to start thinking about the implication of the work we do on the population. So yes, as we said, we have the superpower. We have the power to affect how data is used. Not the PMs, not the software engineers. Only we know what can be done with data. Resulting in that, we as data scientists have two responsibilities, not one. The first is technological one. To be the best data scientists we can, to know all the algorithms, all the tools, and know how to best use them and write them. And the second one is an ethical one, to start thinking beyond the algorithm accuracy on the implication it has over people's lives in the real world. As the tools and algorithms at our disposal become increasingly better, clearly having influence over people's lives, like we have best practices for how to write clean code, for example, shouldn't we start having best practices for doing ethical or responsible AI? This is clearly the norm in other influential fields, such as medicine or law. So why not AI? A conference like today is a great place to start having this discussion, to start thinking how we do responsible AI, and what is the impact we have over this world as data scientists. So to give you a little inspiration, WiDS has started in Stanford in 2015 with 400 data scientists and researchers gathering to speak about the top-notch technology and research in this field. Since then, it has grown to have more than 100,000 participants all over the world in parallel conferences. You can see here photos from Nairobi, Morocco, Dublin, and many, many others. So this is the biggest global data science community in the world. Amazing community and a great platform to start discussing these matters. And the best thing about WiDS, that in addition to bringing to the stage the top-notch technology and research in the field, the bonus is that it encourages women to speak and be the leaders of this exciting field. So thank you all for being a part of this great community. And just a minute, let's do our own WiDS selfie with the help of Sivan. Thank you. We have just 2 more things. So to get a taste of this amazing global community, let's hear what WiDS ambassadors all over the world has to say about WiDS.
It really seems like yesterday when there were 3 of us sitting around a table talking about this challenge that we saw, how to get more women into the field of data science and related fields like AI. We've seen that the numbers are pretty much stagnant for the last 10 or 15 years, percentage-wise.
And it's only when all these diverse opinions are brought together in a team that you can have a much higher chance of coming up with an impartial, unbiased answer that truly thinks about everybody.
It's more likely when I walk into a room that people won't automatically think I am the director of research.
Who do they think you are?
They might think that I'm just there to help out the director of research.
And so we started the conference to really showcase amazing women, high-impact technical work in such a broad range of fields, from academia to industry, some in government, some in NGOs, and to show other people out there that, hey, there's lots of really cool ways that you can be involved in data science.
There's this really important thing that we as humans bring, and that's knowledge. Not all the knowledge we have is in the data. And this is where visualization is so important to data science, because it is the mechanism that helps people bring their knowledge to bear and to make decisions.
What are the recommendation algorithms that I can come up with that have particular properties? And then you go and you test how they actually behave.
The hardworking data scientist is indispensable, but the wise data scientist automates and scales.
The people who are present here are older than us and have already charted their path. That's been very interesting, because people have done incredibly non-linear things to get to where they are now.
Yeah. We went from 0 regional events around the world to now, nearly 200 in so many different countries. And it's one of the best things I can do with my time. And the WiDS Day itself on campus is my favorite day of the year.
When we started working on WiDS, we were trying to inspire others, and we were hoping that we would be able to inspire others worldwide. And what ended up happening is, with all these WiDS ambassadors, all of their creativity, all of their passion, all of their enthusiasm, that turned out to inspire us.
I believe that such events provide an exciting opportunity to increase everyone's participation in data science community, to share knowledge, and definitely to inspire others.
It's a great opportunity to show the importance of data science in different fields and the valuable contribution that women give to this area.
My dream is to see more women in this scientific field,
because it encourages women to share their extraordinary work, have meaningful discussions, and become leaders in this exciting field.
I want to inspire other women in this science in Nigeria and also want to encourage them to participate more in the field. Thank you.
So I feel WiDS is a great platform for all of us to come together and hone our skills in the technology that drives decisions across fields.
It's not just a conference. We have a datathon that we started last year, and then we also just launched a new podcast series. And it has some just fantastic interviews with women in many really different areas of data science.
If that is going to become completely data-driven over time, then you can't miss that opportunity. You've got to join in and have your say.
It's about you. All of you are empowered with the ability to do those experiments and to save the world.
Have an absolutely fantastic day here. Be educated, be inspired, and be ready to go out there and change the world.
Hopefully you enjoyed the movie. So just one last thing before we start off. I wanted to say something about the sole representative of WiDS in Israel, Intuit. When I first joined Intuit a year and a half ago, it was mainly because of the fascinating data. Financial data of tens of millions of Americans. Really exciting. But that wasn't even the best part. It was only after I joined that I learned how seriously Intuit handles its data. So seriously that it even devised a set of rules as to how we use data. It is called the Data Stewardship Principles. And what it means is that Intuit does not own the customer data. The customers own it. We will not sell the data to third parties without the customer permission, and we will use the data only to help our customers. For me, this is something that really makes me proud to work at a company. So, on this positive note, go use your superpower for good, enjoy the conference, and remember, with great power comes great responsibility.